Residents in Niger's capital, Niamey, are lamenting the rising cost of living following sanctions by the West African Regional Bloc, ECOWAS. Our Rise correspondent, Awwal Ibrahim, reports.
Prices of food items are now on the rise in Niamey as the ECOWAS sanction against the junta in Niger Republic begins to bite the pocket of the low-income earner. And many businesses are facing low patronage because many people, especially foreigners, are said to have left Niamey in the first day of the coup. Business owners are complaining about the shortage of some commodities that are often brought in from neighboring countries like Nigeria, while consumers of some goods and services are lamenting on the recent increase on prices of items. They seek an urgent resolution to the economic and political crisis in the country. A walk to some major markets in Niamey indicates a low turnout in buyers, as many people have started leaving the capital to other towns and the hinterland due to the fear of military attacks on the city as being threatened by ECOWAS. Business owners and buyers say the prices of food items like frozen fish, chicken, rice, maize, millet, and sagoon have increased to a reasonable percent. But the price of beans is said to be on the decline as Niger Republic is a major producer of beans.
There are no customers, and those we are buying from are still increasing the prices because there is no supply from Nigeria and Benin. Goods are at the border, but they are not allowing them into Niger. This situation is affecting our business.
The market is coming to a standstill because goods are not coming in because of the border closure. No one is traveling out or into our country. The customers are not forthcoming. All we have to do is to thank Allah because peace is all we want in the entire Africa, not just in Nigeria alone.
Small business owners are suspecting some major marketers of holding goods since the major commercial borders between Niger and especially Nigeria and Benin Republic remain closed in compliance with ECOWAS sanction imposed on the Nigerian military junta.
They are going to be our brother's keeper towards surviving this situation and also to find the solution. In this world, you will only enjoy after suffering. Then you will get freedom. What is happening now is a lesson for us because we ought to have been producing what we want years back. So we should focus on how to be producing what we want.
Many Niamey residents say if the situation continues for a longer period, there would be more exodus of people from the capital into other towns, rural communities, or even some neighboring countries. Awwal Ibrahim, Arise News, Niamey.
All right, great reporting there. And we are joined live by Awwal Ibrahim. He is joining us from Niger's capital, Niamey. Awwal, thank you so much for joining us. Great report, giving us an insight into the cost of living that the residents of Niger, Niamey, are facing. Does this put pressure on the military junta to continue the dialogue that we understand has already started? Is this going to get us where we need to be in terms of possibly restoring Bazoum to power, even though I understand he's going to face a trial in the future? How is this going to put pressure on the junta, Awwal?
Well, thank you very much, Ritos. Well, actually, this will definitely put pressure. And now not just the economic side of things, but the security situation, especially with what's happening in the Telebari region of Niger Republic, where I think a second attack has led to the loss of about 17 Nigerian, soldiers, with 20 wounded and 6 in a very critical condition. The military junta is still having some support from the citizens, but actually the economic end of things has started making them to have a rethink. Just as I have mentioned, some of them are looking at, continue staying in the state capital, it's something else. Rather, in the country's capital, it's no longer, convenient for them. Cost of living is gradually, getting high. And now the security situation will compound things because the assurance the military gave when they came is that they took over to address the security situation as one of their cardinal objectives and being the most important thing they want. But now we are seeing an upsurge of attacks. So even if the Nigerians are still in solidarity with the military, whom they think are coming to rectify the deteriorating economy of the country, I think peace should be the number one thing. Though we've seen steps being taken by the military towards having, a friendly relationship with its neighbors, like Chad. We've seen how the Prime Minister yesterday visited Chad, with a message of neighborliness and fraternism, as he put it. So gradually, I think the military are now coming to terms with the reality that dialogue should be the best option, and they really need everyone around them, to assist. They have started saying it. They are nothing more than a transitional government, though they are yet to voice out when are they planning to hand over power. So the economic has started, declining. The borders are closed, especially the borders with Nigeria and Benin. These are the two axes where a reasonable percentage of the commodities coming into Niger comes in from, and these borders are closed. And the big business owners are holding. They cannot predict what will happen next. So for that, they are not releasing their goods out to the market for the retailers to buy and then for the consumers to have.
And
so this is the situation now.
Yeah, and that, if you're hoarding, you are constricting supply. It's like, with what the fuel scarcity of days past here in Nigeria, and even foreign exchange scarcity, the price is gonna go up. Awwal, I want to ask you who's to blame here, because if we look at some of the economic struggles of Niger, and there's a number of them, because this is a landlocked country that's facing so many. Bottom 10 poorest nation in the world. High fertility rate. They're just putting out babies like factories there, and these babies have to be fed, right? The economy is not diversified, disproportionately dependent on agriculture. The insecurity, as you've mentioned, the latest tragedy that's impacted the soldiers there. And climate change is also very much an issue here because of where Niger's position on the Sahel. So who do they blame for this? Is it Bazoum? And is Bazoum done? Is there no chance of him coming back? Because, last we heard he's supposed to be tried for high treason. And you said that the people support the military, but now the food prices are impacting them. So with these economic struggles, is Bazoum still primarily at fault? Is he primarily still held responsible for the economic struggles of Niger? And does he have no chance of coming back into power?
Well, let me start with that of Bazoum. What they are saying is already this coup is getting to a month period, so it's no longer possible for Bazoum to come back. ECOWAS should come and listen to these soldiers so that they will find a way forward. Already, even before the coup, the economy has not been so impressive for the people here. So they are blaming the ECOWAS for their current hardship. This is what majority of them are saying, because they believe that the soldiers are coming to salvage the situation. According to them, Bazoum has been very, very subservient to the, France, for instance. So they need someone who will now take back their country and give it to them. Niger resources should be for the Nigerians. This is the call up to this moment. But actually, if the security situation continues to deteriorate, then there would be a change of line of thinking from some of them. But for the common man, they are still adamant that the soldiers have come, let them stay. But on the way forward should start, being the main issue of discussion. The economy is not so good. And what they are saying, if you are attacking Niger, you are not assisting the Nigerians, but you are rather worsening the situation. So this is the general, perception of the people here. The issue of Bazoum, I think it's no longer relevant with the Nigerians the way they say it, but at least ECOWAS should, remove the sanctions, allow, the borders to be opened, let goods come in, and let them engage the military on when they'll be handing over power, so that everything will not go back to normal.
Awwal Ibrahim, you're doing great work, and please, we need you to stay safe with the level of insecurity in Niger right now. Thank you so much for the updates. Really appreciate your time. Do stay safe. Awwal Ibrahim is our RISE correspondent. Boots on the ground. He is in Niger, giving us those fantastic updates.